How to stop shrinking and be all of yourself. How to stop shrinking and be all of yourself. Happy Thursday. It feels like Friday. Woo, woo, hello. My name is Naima. Welcome to Womanhood. This is where I live stream Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific to meet women in coming into their power. I'm the founder of the Academy for Womanhood, where we help women grow up and become unapologetic women who design their lives on desire's terms. And today was our womanhood initiation. It went fabulous. We had, I think, 7 women there, or 8, something like that. And we had a beautiful woman there from South Africa. That was super wonderful. So the womanhood initiation is what is hosted to prepare you. It's like life sending you invitations all the time, and you're either saying yes or no based on what's going on internally with your true intent. Because having is evidence of wanting. Shout out to the great Carolyn Elliott. Those are her words. Having is evidence of wanting, as I was sharing with the women today. Whatever your life looks like right now is what you actually want, whether you love it or you hate it. This is how the unconscious works. So today's womanhood initiation was great, and the theme that kept coming up was, I want to be all of who I am, everywhere with, basically I want to be authentic. That was the word that kept coming up. How do I be authentic with everybody? That's what kept coming up. One young lady who was dazzling. Oh my God. You know, some women are just a joy to look at. And this woman was just such a, I told her, I said, you are dazzling. She was such a joy to look at. And she said, one day I'll be up and on, and then something will happen or whatever, and then I shrink. And I want to be steady in my authenticity. Let me open up my Facebook over here because I see we got some folks that made their way in, and I want to make sure I can see comments and things. So that was her. And then every woman, because this is an interactive experience where everybody is seen and everybody speaks, and everybody said some version of, Naima, you are authentic, you are true, you are A, B, and C, and I want that. Another woman talked about wanting to create content, being afraid of, she starts and stops and starts and stops and starts and stops. So she's not steady with her content creation because she knows what she needs to say requires that she owns an authenticity and a truth about her that she's scared to own. And part of that fear is, what is my family going to think? Because even my family doesn't know this fullness about me. Beautiful woman from South Africa talked about this. And that was the theme. Authenticity. How do I stop shrinking and be, this says be all of yourself. I could have just put be authentic. How do I stop shrinking and be all of yourself? So I like to talk about that. How to do that. So before I go on, I will no longer be streaming on Facebook after today. Today is Thursday, April 4th. After today, I will no longer be live streaming on Facebook unless I choose to do something spontaneous. I am now moving over to my YouTube channel. Okay? So the way I have been here is still going to happen. It's just not going to happen here. It's going to happen on YouTube. And I will continue to stream on TikTok. Hello, TikTok. And TikTok, if you want to make your way over to YouTube, even to go watch what's there now, because there's hundreds of videos, you can go up to my bio, and there is a YouTube icon, and you can click that to make your way over to YT. So that's one announcement. The second announcement, I'm going to share this no, I'm not going to even share it. I shared it with my email community. I'm going to leave it there. So how do you stop shrinking and be all of yourself? Now, my perspective is from a full power perspective, and I'm going to continue to say this until I just don't anymore. Most women don't want full power. They really just want to feel better about something. They want to feel better about their bodies. They want to feel better about my voice, and I don't want to, My mom treats me like a little girl, even though I'm a wife and mother, and I need to like stand up for myself. you know, some version of that. So if you are somebody who just wants a quick little nugget, take your ass to YouTube and go search for how to be authentic or something. All right. I am here for women who want full power. Meaning, you want to take those big dreams that you have that right now feel far out of your comfort zone, feel very unfamiliar to you, feel in a way like you don't deserve it, even though you know it's for you. And you know that you are meant for the much bigger life than you are living. And you're ready for transformation of the highest order. So I like to preface everything I'm getting ready to say with that. This is not some 3 steps to your, you know how y'all out here, these folks out here looking for some McDonald's transformation. They looking for some Taco Bell transformation. That ain't this, baby. So thank you for liking the live, Ellen. Hello to all of you who are here. So how do you stop shrinking and be authentic? First of all, you want to look at what is there to gain and what is there to lose based on your current perspective with you being all of who you are. So for example, I like to look at this as what you're running from and what you're running towards. So ask yourself this question. Why do I shrink? Why do I shrink? What's up, spiritually flexy? Does somebody want to answer me in the comments right now on TikTok? Why do you shrink? Why do you play small? And if you don't have a profile photo, shh. Why do you shrink? Why do you play small? Why do you shrink? Somebody said it's safe. Is it safe? Now here, okay, my thinking, for those of you who are new here, because I don't think I've seen your name before, is of a higher order. Okay, it's of a higher order. So when you say safety, what does that mean? Somebody else says, for my partner to feel good. I shrink for my partner to feel good. You know that's a woman. Somebody said, I'm afraid the people I'm in relationship with will abandon me. These are all really good. Thank you. I have, okay, so she cleaned that up. She's more so comfortable. Okay. So I'm going to address 3 of these. I know there's more than 3 that have been posted up here. I'm going to address 3. I have shrunk at times to make the room feel not so insecure. I love that. She said I shrink because at times I want to make the room, and she put room in capital. I want to make the room feel not so insecure in my presence. See, this is why men don't know women, because this is what women are doing all the time. They'll tell you, for years, women been acting like this and being like this. Men been doing this for women for years. And now here feminism coming and shaking up the shit. Got bitches acting like men. No, women have been shrinking themselves for centuries. That's what women have been doing. And that's why you are thoroughly convinced that we some small people. Because we fake it so good. So good. So good. Because I got you, baby. That's what's going on. She said, so the whole room. I'm telling you, I will leave rooms sometimes when I'm like, nah. You know when a room is disturbed by your presence. Women know all this all the time. We are moving in a way all the time to police how we are, right? So to answer just these 3, okay, of why, she said, more so comfortable. Somebody said more so comfortable. Let me ask you, is it comfortable when you shrink yourself? So define comfortable. Let's start there. Define comfortable. Now answer the question. Is it comfortable to shrink yourself? See, when we're in our own head, we don't realize how much it's not even making sense what we're saying. But as soon as we say it out of our mouth and with somebody who's dealing with some real power and some real truth, you see like, oh my God, I've been telling myself that. Okay, so that's to address 1 of 3. The person who said it's comfortable. Somebody said to make my partner feel good. Okay, so let's say I'm pretty sure the partner is a man. You want him to feel like a man, right? Because women do that. We shrink ourselves to get into fake femininity so men can feel like men. Because somehow masculinity means your woman plays some other version that gives you a feeling of man. Like, are we like really looking at this shit for real? The level of distortion in this shit, okay? Somebody said, yes, my husband. So your partner feels good. What exactly does your partner feel good about? First of all. Second of all, how do you feel? How do you feel? How long have you been in a relationship? What do you not get? Or how about this? What do you get? What do you get by your partner feeling good? Like you feel good that he feels good? While you feel how you feel about, you see what I mean? Like these are the nuanced questions you got to ask. And looking at, okay, so if I'm good with shrinking, like genuinely, because maybe you are. That's another truth to tell. If you're genuinely comfortable with shrinking, like you're aware that you don't get your needs met, so he gets his met. You keep your mouth quiet about things you don't like or would like because he seems to feel good that you don't ask for anything. He seems to like that you don't want much. You're easier to be around because, you keep the peace by being quiet about what you need, what you like, what you don't like. See, he likes that. He keeps you around. You get to have somebody around. As long as you don't ask for anything, as long as you don't request, as long as you don't have any desires, as long as you don't have something that he can't pay for, make sure. Don't start talking about genuine desire. Make sure it's something small so he can feel like a man. Like, what kind of truth are we going to tell here? Okay. And then the third one was, what was the third one? Somebody give me the third one because all the comments went up. I can't see them now. I know it was more than 3, but what else was the reasons why we shrink? Somebody said to make the room feel more comfortable. Somebody said to make my partner feel good. And what's the third one? Somebody help me out here. Why you shrink? Someone said safety, right? And then I said, are you... Oh, okay, I didn't go because that was some of that. So safety. What is safety? What is safety? Like, what is the feeling that you get? Oh, yeah, somebody said to avoid abandonment. Yes, thank you for that. Lambo? I think that's Lambo. Define safety. Define safety. And then somebody said, what's the other one here? To avoid abandonment. So this person or people who you're shrinking around, do you like being around them? Do they love you? Do they, what's their purpose in your life? And so just to reflect this back to you, you're around people who, in order to keep them around, you have to shrink. I'm just reflecting this back to you. In order to keep them around, you have to shrink. Somebody said, woo. Somebody else said, oop. In order to keep them around, you have to be less of who you are. How do you feel about that? For the person who said that, how do you feel about that? Before I go on, please share the live stream, especially if you're here in a regular and you already know its value and you would like others to receive this value. Please share this live stream right now and then give me some more hearts. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, everybody. Oh, that was fast. That was wonderful. Woo woo. Somebody said in corporate meetings to be safe to keep a job as a woman of color. Yes, I've been told to tone down. Yep, that's very common, right? There's whole articles written by the New York Times. I've seen art by the Wall Street Journal. I've seen all over of black women, women of color in corporate spaces keeping themselves small to keep a job. Now, that's a whole other conversation about the price you pay. or that could be included in what we've already been talking about now, the price that you pay. I won't go there now, but there's prices to pay. Somebody said hyper vigilant. Somebody said I shrink more so in the bedroom. Oh, that's a good one. Chelsea, thank you for your honesty. What does it look like for you to shrink more so in the bedroom? Do you not ask for what you need? Do you fake orgasm? Do you just have sex out of duty because he needs it? He needs a release. And most of the times when you have sex, it's because he wants it. Or do you lie often and say you're tired, you have a headache? She said all of that, right? The statistics say 80% of women don't even climax during sex. And an even higher number don't climax through intercourse specifically. Something like that. It was two different high numbers. And men think this is just how women are. For centuries, women have been small things, cooking and cleaning, and because that's her position. And the statistics, and that's just the women who said something. Yeah, there's plenty of women who don't say nothing. So to answer this question that's on the screen here, how do you stop shrinking and be your authentic self? First of all, you look at the truth of your behaviors and the cost of those behaviors. So we see here, folks is like, well, goddamn, I'm shrinking myself because in order to keep these people around, right? So that you got to admit that that's what you're choosing to do. Like, I'm choosing to be small to keep these people around. So then you got to ask yourself, what's going on with you? What holes you got going on inside of you? What emptiness, what lack of love of self do you have going on? Where you feel like shrinking yourself, that's worth just having these people around who wouldn't want to be bothered with you, who would judge you, who would not like you if you were true. Thank you for liking the live, everybody. And then you have to define, well, what is safety? Keeping myself small keeps me safe. Well, what is safety? And then looking at when I see myself being all of who I am, what would be unsafe about it? What would unsafety look like? Answer the question. Thank you for following. I see Tia followed. Some more people followed. Chelsea, thank you for liking the live. I want to thank all y'all. Define it. What kind of unsafety do you imagine will happen? Hi, Fonzo. Thank you for loving. Hi, Paul. Define. Natalia said, you feel unsafe when you're not a home for yourself. This is true. So can somebody, okay, let's go with that. You feel unsafe when you're not a home for yourself. Fear of heights, maybe? What does that mean to you, fear of heights? I believe many afraid to be alone. Let's not talk about many. Let's talk about you, Eileen. Do you fear being alone? Your power is going to come from first person language. Not we, not they, not I believe many afraid to be alone. You say, I'm afraid to be alone. First person language. Do you want power? Speak in first person language. You want to take responsibility for your manifestation power? First person language. Okay? Thank you for following V. Hello. Somebody says something better than nothing is the bottom. Something better than... Okay, so scarcity consciousness. Something's better than nothing. That's a common one. So another great liberation, because liberation, right? Most of us think about it in like this free, right? And it is in that way. And another liberating thing could be you just saying, I'm staying in this relationship and I keep myself small. I have sex out of duty to keep him around. And I've decided that something is better than nothing. Yes, this is scarcity consciousness, and this is how I choose to live my life. That's freeing too. That's freeing too. Instead of being like, I hate this, quietly resenting him, talking shit, because that's the reality for a lot of women. Something is better than nothing. Somebody said, damn, this is what the truth looks like. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like, baby. I get that a lot. People call me Aunt Viv a lot, that I look like Aunt Viv. And she was fly, wasn't she? She was so powerful. She was fly. She was a fly businesswoman. Wait, did she work? Did Aunt Viv work? Somebody tell me. I just know she looked good all the time. She got her husband in check all the time. He knew that she was the woman. You know what I mean? She held her role. They was rich. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea said the truth is too much to handle. The truth is too much to handle. It's the best thing. Good afternoon, Miss Carlisa. Thank you for, as I've seen that you've reposted my content quite a bit lately. I appreciate that. Oh, she was a lawyer. That's right. Look at that. Aunt Viv was fresh. Her hair stayed coiffed. Then when they replaced her with that other lady, I said, who did that? Like, who? You supposed to get somebody who's comparable. That lady wasn't even comparable. Viv was fly. That next woman looked matronly. That next woman they got looked like the first wife. You know how men get that first wife because that's who they can afford when they're younger? They get the one who don't have no real, significant standards because they don't have much money. So they get the easy chick. They get the, the spiritual chick who takes pride in poverty. Right? And then when they get their mind right, they get their money right, and they grow up, and they start acting like the man that they always knew they was, but they just wasn't there yet. Then they want a woman. Then they go get Aunt Viv. So when they replaced Aunt Viv with her, I said, y'all went backwards with that. What's going on here? Y'all went backwards. Did anybody else feel like that when they brought on that matronly looking? She looked like somebody mama, didn't she? Aunt Viv looked like, I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. Hey! I feel like knocking that right now. Right now. Y'all still ain't defined what is safe, what is unsafe, and what is safe. So here's how, just to answer this question officially, because I'm on my way out the door. I'm on my way out the door. You begin doing what we just did here today, okay? Telling the truth, because that's going to set you up for next, right? That might help you even feel more comfortable instead of complaining about how the sex is whack. Lil' Kim's song just came to mind. Remember, was that her first album? She said, I'll pass, nigga, the dick was trash. If sex was record sales, you would be double blast. Shit, nigga, I'll pass, the dick was trash. Right? So instead of complaining that you only fucking, you don't like him, whatever, right? Out of duty. Just tell the truth. It's going to sting. You're not going to like it at first, but that's going to help you find some calm in your situation. And then if you want to break free, you start telling the truth the way we've been doing right now. And that's going to start setting you up for authenticity, because then when you start looking at what is true, you start saying, okay, when I stop shrinking and I really am the fullness that I know I am, and I stop shrinking because of the room I'm in, I stop shrinking because of these relationships, and I actually see myself being all of who I am, what does that look like? What does that feel like? What's unsafe about that? What's unsafe about it? What's unsafe about it? Truly, like truly, truly. Because abandonment is not unsafe. You see what I'm saying? And you start looking at things honestly, and as we can see, a lot of people have a hard time just being honest. They don't know how to penetrate themselves with questions that are penetrating. Yeah, and that's back to what Natalia said earlier. You'll be safely at home in yourself. Yes, inside of yourself, and creating your own safety inside yourself. So no matter where you go, You could be in front of a dude who's into rape. Men who into rape got an energy about them, right? And some men who seem right because the potential for rape is in every man, right? But it's some men who are really into that. And it's some men who, given the circumstance, they'll do it. Okay? When you know how to create freedom for yourself and your body, you could be around a rapist and handle it. See, this is the kind of power I'm talking about. This is why I say most women don't want power. They want the illusion of control, is what they want. Like Natalia. You want the illusion of control. And that's fear-based. Okay? When you get into true power, you can handle any man. The predatory men, the men who like to make women afraid with their physical presence, men who like to flirt, men who want their attention. Men who want their attention, right? I could go into what happened in Atlanta, but I don't want to right now. But men who want your attention, but they're scared of rejection at the same time. So they play a game of acting like they don't want you, but they do want you. You can handle all that. High level flirting, the low level flirting, the cat calling, the dudes who try to say shit to get under your skin just to see where you are emotionally. Like all of that that you're afraid of, like afraid of life for real. I believe you, Natalia. I saw you today. I saw you. We all on our way home, all of us. Even if we doing shit, whatever shit we doing, everybody, we all on our way home. Even if we do it sloppily, all of us. So real power really makes you sovereign. It makes you autonomous. Most men ain't gonna want you. Ouch. Most men ain't going. When you out of your power, they flock to you, don't they? Oh my God. Did anybody here see that video that guy did? It went viral. He talked about he's one of those guys that exists well around women. You know, some men just really exist well around women. And he talked about going out with two female friends of his, and one, he's like, her confidence is not really up there, and the other one does have confidence. And he talked about the one with low confidence, how the men, she got so much attention from men, so she was in this performative femininity role. Y'all know the one. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Where you put on a dress, make sure you posture yourself in a way that's not too expressive physically. Don't talk too much. You know, you want to listen, let him talk. When he says things, you really, wow. Have your voice low. Be pleasant, be nice. Don't say what you really think and feel. And that's a real skill, to say what you really think and feel. Somebody said act impressed. And that's another skill, to say what you really think and feel, but nicely. Say it nicely. Because that is a skill. That's a really beautiful skill. Okay? Yeah, there's a tact. Yeah. In truth, right? When you're telling the truth. So, absolutely. Tact of softness. And, you know, that's the introductory, right? That's a whole other conversation about later in the relationship. But initially, right? Initially, there's a science and an art to dealing with the male, right? And typically, when he's looking at you from a distance, anything that appears to look rich, first of all, if you look like you got money, that's unattractive to a lot of men. Because they want to feel like they can come in and take care of you if they're that kind of man, right? Or if they don't have money, they don't want a woman who looks like she costs too much, right? And so there's a well, it's true. Men are always assessing you. If you look like a woman who costs a lot of money and they don't have it, that they know that they out. But if he's a man who's into taking care of you, and he's a generous man, then he's like, oh, look, you look good. So you make him look good. Any man of power and of means wants his woman to look good. You need to be looking like sex walking around the house. Yeah. And so he talked about then the other one who has confidence, hardly any men would come up to her. Men are smarter than women give them credit for a lot of time. I know not a lot of women call men stupid and they're dumb and all of that, and we know when they're for a lot of them who don't have dick control, we know that they're easily seduced sexually, right? But men are smart. They can read, they can see. And when they're looking at you from a distance, they can see that you're about it, right? I had a dude, I used to live in Houston, and I remember him telling another dude who was interested in me, and he knew that he and I were friends. His friend knew that he and I were friends, and he said he told his friend, "Man, if you come at her, you better come right." Men know. So I say much of this to say that your freedom to true authenticity is really questioning your behavior, questioning how you're living your life, questioning why you choose to be with who you're with, live how you live, all the decisions that you're making, and being honest, and that'll lead you to authenticity. I'm getting ready to wrap up. Does anybody have any questions? I'm on my way out the door. I'm on my way out the door. On my way out the door. My way out the door. I'll be back here Monday at 12 noon Pacific. Remember, I'm here Monday through Thursday for Womanhood. Monday through Thursday, 12 p.m. Pacific, Chelsea. Meow. My name is Naima. I'm the founder of the Academy for Womanhood, where we help women grow up and become unapologetic women who lead their lives based on true desire. If you'd like to connect with our Womanhood initiation, our next one is happening next Thursday, where we all meet on Zoom. We get to see and hear each other, and we move through fear, patterns that get in the way of you being bigger in the world, you being authentic in the world. And so if you are ready to grow up, truly, tell the truth. If you are ready to grow up and become an unapologetic woman who would design her life based on true desires terms, because I'm every woman, I'm getting ready to play that as soon as we hang up. I'm in the mood. Then I invite you to sign up for our Womanhood initiation. It's happening next Thursday. You can sign up right now with the link in my bio. Go to the link in my bio and click Womanhood initiation. Thank you so much for being here, you all. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. You're welcome, the librarian. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the almost 4,000 hearts. Thank you for sharing, for being here, engaging, for good energy. And I look forward to connecting with those of you who I will see inside of the initiation, the Womanhood initiation, next Thursday. Next Thursday. You all have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday. Bye. I'm every woman. Goodbye. I see y'all. As a reminder, I will no longer be streaming on Facebook after today. I'm going to be over on the YouTube channel. And the link is in the comments on the post.